Overnight, my world has changed. The gnawing hunger inside me. Every night, it must be appeased. The thing I've become. A vampire. A thing to be hunted down like an evil beast. But as a doctor, I know there's worse to come. My life has become a waking nightmare. I did not choose the thing I've become, but I can choose the lives I now take. Cursed be the choice.
Et bien le bonsoir à tous et à toutes. On se retrouve aujourd'hui en ce dimanche 22 juillet 2018 de façon à poursuivre l'aventure sur le jeu Vampyr. J'espère que vous allez tous très bien et que vous avez passé un excellent week-end. Pour ma part, ça va. Week-end pas très reposant, mais bon, on fait avec, comme on dit. Bref, on est là pour poursuivre notre aventure sur le jeu Vampyr. De façon à voir quelles autres victimes nous allons pouvoir préparer. Et salut Drakeis, ça va? T'as passé un bon week-end sur des bébés? Bon, alors qu'est-ce que je devais faire? Déjà... Et voilà, comme ça j'aurai toujours une possibilité d'avoir le pieu. Nickel. Pas d'ultime. Ouais, ok. Ouais, j'essaie de voir vite fait où est-ce que je m'étais arrêté. Donc là, il me restait ça. Celle-là. Pas trop opposante. Ouais, bah pour moi c'est pareil, Drac. Hein. Je veux dire, ma semaine... Pour faire simple, j'ai débarqué... J'ai débarqué quand... J'ai débarqué jeudi soir à Bordeaux. Vendredi, j'ai passé mon temps à courir à droite et à gauche jusqu'à 23 h. J'ai enfin pu me poser samedi tranquillement, samedi midi. Mais vu qu'il y avait la famille, voilà, ça fait beaucoup de bruit, c'est ça. Donc le repos, ouais bof. Pour moi, c'est pareil que toi, Drac, il n'y a pas tellement eu de repos. Les potions de fatigue. Et je peux pas en faire, il me manque un composant. D'accord. Mais voilà. Sachant que là, je suis rentré chez moi il y a 2 heures. Ah, c'est ça, il y a 2 heures, je suis enfin arrivé chez moi. Et... Voilà quoi. Y'a pas de repos pour les vrais quoi. Bon, après ça, je suis un peu déçu de pas avoir avancé sur les jeux que je stream, mais bon. On va pouvoir se rattraper là. C'est ça qu'il faut se dire. Ouais, j'arrive à être morte en dormant 10 heures par nuit. Ah ouais, non, mais toi, je sais pas comment tu fais, hein, meuf. Non touche, mais bon, pas grave. Un vrai massacre. Base. C'est que je dois aller. Voilà, comme ça je déverrouille les portes. Un petit tour du proprio. Et j'allais. Blablabla, on s'en branle.
It's locked, all right. Vous le cache mon nez. Détruisez ma chère mère, lorsque vous trouverez cette lettre, je ne serai plus de ce monde. Je veux que vous sachiez que je n'ai pas décidé d'en finir à cause de vous. Je quitte ce monde car le poids de mon existence en ces temps troubles est devenu bien trop lourd. Parfois, j'ai le sentiment que ces vers de Baudelaire résonnent directement dans mon cœur. Quand le ciel bas et lourd pèse comme un couvercle sur l'esprit gémissant en proie aux longs ennuis, la beauté de ces vers n'a d'égal que leur cruauté. Je ne veux plus souffrir, je ne veux pas vous voir essayer de me convaincre de vivre. Cela ne ferait que repousser l'inévitable, car je sais que je recommencerai si vous réussissez à me sauver une première fois. Adieu, votre fils Mortimer.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
Ouais, je pensais que je pouvais péter les bords, mais non. Allez. J'ai tellement là envie de pouvoir me téléporter avec le perso, histoire de pas se faire chier à courir. Alors, kitty clap, kitty clap, kitty clap, kitty clap, kitty clap.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
D'abord, est-ce que tu as d'autres trucs à me dire? Non. Ah.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair, while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
La douleur est un guide précieux. Le désespoir est un poison mortel. Vous ne vous rendez pas compte de votre chance.
The world is bleak, but maybe the pain we feel is the best compass for making it a better place.
How can we repair the world, Dr. Reed, when mankind is the biggest problem? Yes, the world will be a much better place when we are.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit.
I have to go now.
Avant de lui donner l'être, j'ai envie de voir ce que c'est, si je peux parler avec la mère aussi, avoir un dialogue supplémentaire.
How is my son doing?
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As
Tell
you
me
said,
more, tell me more. Ba-da-ba-ba.
to die.
Ah,
All you said to me was that you wanted to make the world a better place.
désolé.
Why did your son feel so useless when facing the world?
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life. He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed. It's like he carries everyone's sadness with him.
You realize your son could try to kill himself again? He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
You're right. Your son's death was not fatal. And unlike many on their own, he is lucky to have you by his side.
I can't give up on him. I just can't. I have conceded many times in my life, but giving up on my son is something I am incapable of.
Yay! Nouvel indice. Yay!
I have read your son's suicide note. It was not an impulsive gesture, nor was it his first attempt.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before. But I never thought he would dare to punish me this much.
Punish you? Why?
I've known for a long time he was not happy with his life. But I always hoped he cared enough to avoid making me suffer like this.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her hope for a better future?
No. I don't.
Won't you even try?
Do you want me to promise you I'll get better? Do you want me to tell her the same thing? I could, but it would not change anything.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help. And for your silence.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I'll think about it. Now please, let me be.
Désolé gars, à la place de s'enchaîner, je veux bien ton sang.
I have
Ça
to
te
go,
dérangerait?
sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright.
Bref. Voyons voir. Soigner, 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 soigner. Ah, il y a lui qui est pas soigné. Ah mais lui j'arrive pas à l'atteindre. Il faudrait que je retrouve lui. Il y a d'ailleurs énormément de personnes que je vois plus ici quoi. Là eux il faut que je retrouve aussi. Ils ont une migraine et une anémie. Bon sinon là j'ai tout est fini entre tout. Rien, tout. On manque un. On manque un. On manque trop.
Don't waste your time with me.
So many deaths. A lot of my own ones.
Enfin, j'aimerais bien lui savoir qui c'est quoi, mais je peux pas y accéder. Il y a l'autre qui fera le barrage. Ouais, disco. Paye le son de merde. C'est quoi ce bug? Alors il y a trop de personnes par là donc on me spam les oreilles. Oh. Mais il y a deux mecs. Ah merde. Ce qu'il faudrait c'est que je m'occupe d'abord de lui.
Stay back, sir! Don't come no closer! I'd step back, sir!
Ah ouais?
Leech spotted!
Hop là, désolé, je vous ai déjà éliminé votre sniper. Ah oui. Désolé, j'ai un petit creux. Voilà, merci. Ça va pas? Ça va pas? Ça va pas? Les mecs, ils voient quelqu'un se TP, nos problèmes, c'est normal. C'est à peu près ça. Et combo. Non. File-moi ton sang, enfoiré. Et où le premier que j'ai défoncé? Ah oui, j'ai défoncé en bas. Knock knock, who's that? The vampire, bitch! Non, c'est la poubelle que je voulais. Voilà. Cucu. C'est le vampire. Cucu. Y'a rien. Bordel. Ouais, je peux rien faire. Tellement déçu. Par là qu'il faut que j'aille, mais je regarde vite fait. Y'en a un qui m'a menacé? Y'en a un qui a osé menacer? Ah, le petit rat! Le petit rat!
I have this thirst for blood.
Nam 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 nam. Y'a des rats! Y'a des rats! Voilà, j'ai eu un gros rat. J'ai envie d'aller les tuer eux.
Murdering bastard!
Allez, donne-moi ton sang. Et merci pour ton petit sang. Bon allez, dégage. Et combo! Wouhou! Oh l'enfoiré! Allez dégage. Petit con Oh merde! Combo! Donne-moi ton sang! Foiré! Vas-y, suppôt de Satan! Oh oh! Ah! Putain, ça fait mal, hein, petit con, va! Ta gueule! Ah, merde! Oh, mais sérieux, là! Ah, mais bien sûr, il était résistant. Ah putain, merde! J'arrête pas de me blesser connement. Mais non, mais en plus, il prend pas le coup! Putain de klebs! Putain de klebs! Oh, mais la saloperie de chien, quoi! Oh là là! Oh, il m'a démonté! J'ai voulu faire le malin, j'ai pris cher. Comme on dit, qui fait le malin tombe dans le ravin. Hein.
Sorry, sir. It's elite! Kill it!
Eh merde.
It's elite!
Merci.
Shit, that leech is fast!
Allez.
We have to stop it!
Wouhou. Oh, con les bots. D'autres bots. Oh, y a rien d'autre. Que je fais forward normal. Bon, bah, direction la nouvelle zone. Pas direction la nouvelle zone. Direction la nouvelle zone.
Whitechapel is named. The hood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Fait qu'il y en a d'autres que moi qui fouillent les poubelles.
It's locked.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not
Ah, mais je me souviens d'ici.
How are
Oh, toi.
I'm not your boy, alright? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Serment d'Hippocrate, succès déverrouillé.
Goodbye, young man.
Alors, heureusement que je prends soin d'eux, quoi.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Ah merde, j'ai pas de traitement pour la migraine.
I will see you later.
Désolé mec, hein.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
As long as you have the money.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Ouais, une arnaque, ouais. 35. Eh, c'est pas donné tes trucs.
All the good boys join the army and
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you? A gun?
Quand même un docteur qui fouille les poubelles, hein. Je dis ça, je dis rien.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
Tu ferais tellement... On a juste à le défoncer, le mec, hein. Pourquoi se faire chier à vouloir en apprendre plus sur lui alors qu'il suffit qu'on le défonce et basta? Je veux pas être méchant, mais... On lui casse la gueule et voilà, on entre. Pourquoi est-ce qu'on devrait forcément en apprendre plus sur cet homme? On s'en branle, lui.
Goody.
Goodbye, Miss.
Sans les connaît, quoi.
Good evening.
I'm afraid.
A gun?
Pas âme qui vive, quoi, dans la rue. Ta gueule! Allez, du sang pour du sang. Qu'est-ce que tu me veux, toi? Du sang pour du sang, j'ai dit. Et bouffe ça. Kombawa. Eh merde! Arrête, je veux pas te tuer, il va falloir du sang, quoi. Voilà. Oh. Beaucoup de monstres. Salut Naé, ça va? Putain de loup. C'est un gros dégueulasse, il y en a foutu partout quoi. Rien d'autre. Salut Clem, oui toi. Fatigué mais sinon ça va. Non, ce soir c'est calme, y a personne, non. Le loulou. Je propose un truc le loulou. Oh, me dites pas que ça gaspille mon pouvoir. Ah non. Merci, j'avais besoin de sang. Ouch. Oh oh. Non. Aïe aïe aïe. Oh. Combat d'endurance. Ouais bon, par contre là, je suis dans la merde. Fais pas chier le loulou. Yep, ce sont des vacances, c'est Maillard stream. Ah mais de toute façon on n'est pas obligé de modérer quand Maillard il stream en dehors de ses horaires. Et clairement, je ne modérerai pas durant ses horaires en dehors des streams. Qui sait que moi aussi je stream et donc voilà. Chacun son problème. Oh oh. Cucu. Ah putain, mais arrête avec vos poisons là. Fais-moi ton sang, j'ai besoin de sang. Merci. Aïe 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 aïe. Petit con. Alors toi t'es le roi des cons, tiens. Bon, toi tu me fais chier. Ah t'sais. Voilà. Faut expliquer qu'il n'y ait personne. Oui, c'est... Oui. Bah, en même temps, c'est aussi les vacances pour tout le monde, entre guillemets. Donc ça explique aussi, ça s'explique par ça aussi. Le fait qu'il n'y ait personne, c'est les vacances pour tout le monde, donc voilà. Normal que ça ramène moins de monde.
Imprisoned by your daily routine.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not
Enfin, il y a le principal, Traqué, c'est toi. Ouais. Je ne suis plus en vacances, moi. J'ai pas eu de vacances, moi. J'ai pris des jours par-ci par-là, mais j'ai pas eu de vacances. J'ai eu quelques week-ends et c'est tout.
A scientist. You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain.
Si je pouvais avoir là 2 semaines de vacances, j'en profiterais direct.
But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Bah non, Daniel, t'en as pas assez profité. T'aurais pu combler les lacunes qu'il y a dans ton cerveau, mais on dirait que c'est toujours pas le cas.
But the answers I seek
Donc t'en as pas suffisamment profité.
not superstition.
De rien.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well,
Ça veut dire, Naïk, que tu traites que... Tu sens que Haroun est une des raisons pour lesquelles t'as perdu un neurone.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu
Donc t'assumes avoir perdu un neurone, Naïk.
what do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Ouais, bah, ça va faire plaisir à Haroun quand je vais lui dire.
Goodbye. Good evening, Mr.
It's far.
What do you mean?
All's
Quite a...
well, you.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical?
We must fight the disease before
C'est une question de parler tranquillement sur son dos. Merci. C'est plus une question de tu assumes n'avoir pas beaucoup de neurones. Naïk.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has...
Ça, l'UMC, ça va?
But where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift,
Je veux bien te croire, MC, même si chez toi il est quoi, 16h48?
Joseph,
Une sieste au pire.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church, while he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Non mais MC cherche pas. Nae est la plus vieille quoi qu'il existe. Même une septuagénaire ne serait pas aussi vieille que Nae.
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Ouais, fais pas genre, on sait très bien que t'es un peu grabataire sur le coup, donc bon. Faudrait pas que tu te fasses mal en levant le pied.
Fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for...
Assume Nae. Assume.
Should be the only women allowed to take care of.
C'est ça Nae d'avoir déjà un dentier à ton âge.
It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Nae est souple. Lol.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
La bonne blague.
I'm cheap and I'm clean. Something going on in this district. Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
On dirait limite Nae quoi.
Christina, have you been examined?
On dirait Nae.
The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have...
Je suis désolé, vu comme t'es vieille Nae, tu lui ressembles hein.
Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Bon oui, t'as plus de cheveux blancs qu'elle, Nae, d'accord.
That's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me?
Blanc.
People
Non,
don't
blanc.
usually
Nae.
come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is
Je veux dire,
not
Nae,
especially wealthy.
autant toi,
I've been refused many
t'es complètement
jobs because
recroquevillé,
where
un peu
I'm
bossu de
from,
Notre-Dame à cause de ton âge.
options left.
Autant Dracaïs, elle est beaucoup trop jeune et je suis même pas sûr qu'elle arrive à suivre la conversation. De rien, Drac.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me.
Non, Nae, t'es pas
I
une
have good
prostitute.
reasons to need this money
T'es une
quickly.
cougar.
But
T'es pas une
it's not
prostitute, t'es une cougar.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel.
De quoi, Nae?
Everyone should
T'es en train de dire quoi par rapport à Aoun?
Goodbye.
T'as fait quelque chose avec Haroun?
Take care of yourself.
Alors que t'as un mari? C'est ce que t'es en train de nous dire, là, Nae? Elle est même pas fidèle, la Nae. Putain! Mon Dieu!
Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon.
Quand j'en parlais ailleurs, ça va jaser. Mais...
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Non, justement, je n'ai pas vu l'engin et je n'ai pas envie de le voir.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a
Ouais.
battlefield too.
D'un autre côté de l'arcade, je suis pas sûr que le mari, et pas le copain, le mari de Ney, soit d'accord.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is real?
Ah non, mais c'est trop tard, hein.
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Bah, tu m'étonnes que ton copain fasse la gueule dès que tu parles d'Haroun. Tu passes ton temps à jouer, à parler avec Haroun. Ton mec est... Ton mari est jaloux. Je sais pas quoi te dire. T'es blonde à ce niveau-là. T'es juste blonde.
So you risked your life. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies.
Oui, mais...
I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will...
Voilà, mais faut pas t'étonner, hein, que ton mari il fasse la gueule dès que tu parles d'Haroun. Surtout que tu dois lui en parler souvent en plus. Bon.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Le pauvre. Pauvre, je plains ton mari pour le coup.
Good evening.
Shane.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Tu sais pas qui c'est Darkcase, mais tu sais écrire son pseudo.
Goodbye, miss.
C'est bizarre.
Take care of yourself as best you can.
Haroun, c'est un ami à moi et ailleurs. Knae arrête pas de stalker et elle passe son temps à jouer, à discuter avec lui. Voilà qui est Haroun. Maintenant, Nae, tu peux t'expliquer avec Darkcase. Je ne suis pas responsable, Nae, je tiens à préciser. Je ne suis point responsable. Alors, voyons voir. Faut que j'envoie quelques petits trucs à Haroun. Hop, hop. Là. De rien, Nae. Je pense qu'il va falloir que tu t'expliques avec lui. Je ne suis point responsable, Nae.
Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another. Please,
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me...
Il me voit pas. Il me voit pas. Il ne peut pas me voir.
You see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools.
C'est dommage, Raki SMC, mais c'est pas le, mais les.
Good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Le nom de la série, c'est les.
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics.
Oui, ça c'est ce que tu dis, Nae.
Just screaming.
Je pense qu'il faudrait qu'on demande à Owen.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes. Those bloody immigrants should know their place, eh? How dare they do a better job than the lazy natives of this land?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious nurse Crane.
Ah ben, Nae, faut que t'assumes ce que tu balances sur lui, hein.
For free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Ah mais tu peux assumer, hein, Nae, que ça te regarde. Qualité. Morceau de poignée commun. Petit morceau de poignée commun. Petit morceau de poignée de qualité. Morceau de gâchis de commune.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer.
Ah ben non, on fera autant de fois. Hein.
I'm not a journalist.
Si Owen était une fille, on fera autant de fois parce que t'es marié et tu sors avec une nana. T'es bisexuel.
Here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Alors... Ah mais Nae, n'empêche, continue avec ce que tu sors sur Owen, il est en train de tout recevoir sur Skype.
According to you, physicians are scarce in the...
Continue.
Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Ouh, le mec il me plaît, le mec j'ai envie de lui casser la gueule.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine.
Salut Noise.
Supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
On a des infos sur Barrett. Cool.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
En fait, productive la journée, donc voilà. Chanceux, va. Moi, je bossais, pas bossé, mais je suis allé à droite et à gauche toute la journée, ça m'a fatigué.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Turn around, sir. Are you
Turn.
stupid? Back in the grave.
Et maintenant, du sang frais. Qui est l'imbécile là-haut?
This is no place for a gentleman. Go on, off you trot. It's one of them.
Voilà, du sang frais. Et hop, lui dégage. Et encore du sang frais. C'est tout? C'est tout ce que tu sais faire? Bon, maintenant que je vole plus. File-moi ton sang! Prêt à 37 degrés. Pas faux. On fait avec ce qu'on a. J'y peux rien, moi. C'est que des ordures ici, hein.
Nobody at home.
Ah là je pourrais passer par là quoi. Le problème c'est... Ok donc il faut que je fasse le tour de l'autre côté. Là si je peux... Ah non c'est fermé. Ouais, les modes collector. Les modes de Fanta et les collectors, ah bon? Ah bon, c'est collector? Je sais pas. Hein. Ah mais c'est pas une raison pour qu'elle soit collector. Mais... C'est des petits vampires qui sont vraiment tout nuls. Ils se faisaient défoncer en même pas 2 secondes. Mais peut-être que le fond à fait est collecteur par contre. Ouais. Possible.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Richard Nethercott. Nethercott.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir?
C'est quand même beaucoup de blabla ce jeu. Blabla dont personne n'en a rien à foutre quoi.
Preferable if you ask me, especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
Le blabla qui m'endort. Ouais, c'est un peu dommage parce que vraiment il y a trop de blabla, on s'en fout pas mal quoi. Et salut Lios, ça va?
But we both know the weak dare not.
Je redirige le ventilo vers moi parce que...
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say?
Les mecs, ça parle pour rien dire d'intéressant. Ah, c'est vrai, MC, c'était plus intéressant quand on parlait à Naiden, tu sais, la prostitute. Ah, et tu m'excuses, MC, à l'hôpital, il y a autant de nanas que de mecs. Et c'est aussi chiant. Et salut, chevalier marmotte. Et merci à toi pour ton host.
Peaceful. That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very
Oh, bah tu prends quand même, et...
Most people fail to understand.
Prends quand même. Ah, tu t'es senti visé quand j'ai dit prostitute. Désolé, Nae.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude.
Ça va, le chevalier marmotte?
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Ouais. C'est sûr que j'aurais envie de le sauver, mais bon.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitetown?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Fatigué et il fait chaud. Mais sinon ça.
Think it a little morbid?
On the
Et
contrary,
oui, quand je stream, je suis obligé de fermer la fenêtre, donc voilà. Et pourquoi je ferme la fenêtre? Parce que sinon vous entendrez les gens gueuler, bourrer, parce que c'est les vacances. Les vacances pour tous les jeunes.
she can't speak, you know. She's a
C'est pour ça que j'ai lâché le jeu, trop de blabla à la con. Ça casse carrément le rythme du jeu, déjà qui est pas foufou à ce niveau-là. Bref. On a encore, pour le rythme du jeu, ça va, ça peut passer, Lios.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But
Mais, je veux dire, apprendre que là, les 50 échanges que tu dois faire entre les deux médecins, de façon à leur faire comprendre qu'en fait, ils se détestent pas, ils s'admirent l'un et l'autre. Ah ouais, 50 échanges pour ça. C'est quoi le rapport avec l'histoire du jeu? Rien. Super.
an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant
C'est Clem casser le rythme du jeu.
Distress, you see what I mean, don't you?
Ouais.
What I want to write about.
Et c'est surtout ça de noce.
Battle is made of.
Non, la question qui se pose plutôt, MC, c'est est-ce que les Québécois savent chanter?
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Il me semble pas que les Québécois savent chanter, mais bon. Bah oui, une des plus grandes chanteuses à l'échelle de la planète est québécoise. Waouh. Ça fait que une fois par siècle, il y a une chanteuse québécoise qui est connue internationalement. Respect. Une fois par siècle. Dommage. Mais respect. Mais dommage, hein. Je te jure. Je te jure, mais je te jure. C'est une fille, elle fait. T'en fais quoi? Alors, si tu veux, Lios, on parle de chanteuse, on parle pas de pseudo machin qui sert juste à casser les oreilles aux gens. Hein. mettre la ligne. Allez, c'est parti pour toutes les chercher. C'est laquelle? Allez. Ouais, c'est ça. Voilà, on l'a lu. C'était rapide. Hein.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Cool, Titanic aussi.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet.
Lios, ok. Merci à toi d'être passé, Lios. Amuse-toi bien sur The Witcher 3.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Il y a d'autres trucs à voir ici. Merde, il est malade le con. Il a un rhume. Oh le con.
Good evening.
And good evening.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
C'est ça, MC, c'est sûrement ça. Hein.
It is more important than my physical health, but I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Voilà. Ah, Caméla, on la connaît pas. C'est qui toi?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Assume. Je t'ai dit, assume tes propos.
Understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Ah bah Elios, c'est normal qu'elle soit pas bavarde, c'est une nana. Hein. Ils ont voulu montrer que les nanas, ça peut aussi fermer leur gueule, mais en fait c'est faux. Hein. Les mecs qui ont fait ce jeu, c'est sûrement des nanas.
Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well. Goodbye then.
Ah oui, la plante. Pardon, je veux voir la plante. Reviens ici.
Hello again, miss. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. You don't seem to need my medical attention for now. Very well.
Ah bah oui, hein, forcément. Ah, elle distribue des bouquets pour tous ceux qui ont besoin de médicaments. Des vaches. Ah la salope. Salope. Comment elle gâche des fleurs. Voilà, ça serait notre zone. Je sais pas où est-ce qu'il est, leur Darius prêtrescu. Ils arrêtent pas de me dire enquêter dessus, mais je sais pas où est-ce qu'il est, moi. Et je vais avoir parlé à tous les PNJ. D'ailleurs, j'aurais fait le tour de la zone, là. Faut arrêter de déconner. Ah putain, il est fatigué. Ah, il est fatigué.
Good evening. Do you need assistance? That would be nice. If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr.
Ah, elle est passée où, Nae? Nae, t'es où? Ah, voilà Nae. Nae a poussé but. Non, Léos, il y a plus de place dans le tien.
Do you need any assistance? I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Je savais pas que tu faisais de l'autofellation, Nae. T'as l'air t'y connaître, hein. T'as l'air de maîtriser le sujet, Nae. Nae maîtrise tous les sujets là-dessus. What? Nigga, what? On pourrait limite en faire une attraction, Nae. Venez assister à la prostitute Nae. Prostitute Nae. 2 centimes la minute. Ah, je suis gentil, hein. Normalement, en vrai, c'est 2 centimes l'heure, mais bon. Je veux un prix... un prix d'amis, entre guillemets. J'en ai marre là, j'aurais fait le tour quoi. Quartier, j'aurais parlé à tout le monde. Reviens ici là.
This is despicable.
Goody.
Goodbye, miss.
Là, je peux pas tellement faire plus. Hein. Oh, il y a une migraine.
Good evening.
I'm afraid.
You don't seem...
I always feel ill.
I will see you. A gun? There's no one in.
Ah, rentre alors, s'il y a personne. Mais rentre! Mais profites-en pour rentrer s'il y a personne. Oh le con! Je crois que je peux pas passer par là, super. Par là non plus. Ah, ça commence à me saouler cette mission. Et par là non plus. Ah voilà. Putain, c'est juste ça qu'il fallait faire. Eh merde. Alors non, Lios, elle a un dentier, elle est vieille, et tu as des risques de grumeaux. Ça te va?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth. This
Bonne nuit, Nae. Merci à toi de passer, repose-toi bien. Grand-mère.
Clayton Darby.
Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about
Sérieux?
nearby the church they just mentioned.
Ils veulent sérieusement que maintenant je retourne parler Putain... Oh, ils sont chiants. Vampyr pieux, blague de merde, ouais. Confirme. Ah bah là, de toute façon, ils indiquent où ils sont. Plutôt où ils sont censés être.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Tu m'excuses, je vais d'abord fouiller tout ce que t'as, histoire de te piquer tous tes trucs, et ensuite je te parle. De toute façon, t'es qu'un putain de PNJ. Tu vas rien me faire parce que je fouille et que je pique tout ce que t'as.
It's locked.
Voilà. Ah, il y a un coffre derrière. Tu m'excuses, le coffre. Et le mec, on a vraiment vidé tous ses tiroirs, il a pas fait gaffe. Plus, merci à toi d'être passé, passez une bonne soirée.
What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tired. Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got.
Alors en fait, le chevalier marmotte, oui, il y a des phases de combat, des phases d'enquête, c'est cela, mais...
If life here is so
voilà quoi.
Why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after.
Bah ouais, Drakis, t'es pas très doué.
My father started bullying him. I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain?
Be judged for your sins. Even now, he judges your words and actions.
Putain, je veux me TP. C'est chiant. Pas pouvoir se TP, quoi.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Bien celle-là.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Ah putain, c'est chiant de pas pouvoir se TP là, merde. Je peux me TP de façon aller plus vite quoi, putain.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nivicott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nivicott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell. The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty.
Game you pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Enfin, putain. Ça aurait été casse-couille, quoi, pour tout ça pour voir Dorothée. Je vais fouiller toutes les poches que t'as ici, tous tes meubles. Prends pour moi.
It's locked, all right.
Putain.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Ah, y a pas MC. Dommage.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Attendez juste 2 secondes.
Do Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
C'est pas de la triche, Dracaïs. Ça commande Dracafade. Accessible que par moi. C'est pas de la triche.
Awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Autant dire, Dracaïs, que t'as galéré un truc qui vaut pas grand chose.
She's not from around here.
Tu savais ce que ça vaut le respect québécois, Dracaïs?
Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give
Ah non, nous MC, le respect existe. Confonds pas. On n'est pas tous comme des Québécois, nous. Nous, le respect a une vraie valeur. Après ça, c'est sûr, MC, que parler de respect avec des gens qui, lorsqu'ils tauntent, sont obligés d'insulter, comme les Québécois, ça doit pas valoir grand-chose. Je me demande même si c'est dans le dictionnaire québécois. Ah ben non, c'est vrai, c'est un mot français, pas québécois.
Tell me.
I do not.
Tell me. Are you in?
Don't.
Who you?
Well.
Are you? Goodbye.
Le jeu qui est pas mis à jour, si j'ai fait le dialogue, ok. Bon, d'abord, ouvrir la porte qui est là. Voilà, porte déverrouillée. Un autre à voler. Alger, merci. Hop. On continue de voler tout ce qu'il y a. Hop, merci pour ça. Je peux pas voir l'autre. I need help. Non, je voulais d'abord prendre le coffre.
Van Vasily, high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor, none at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Le suicide.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Je me demande s'il y avait moyen de le sauver, le mec.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
It's locked.
To what do I owe this courtesy? I suspect it was more than intuition alone that
Alors, Drakeis, non, les seuls qui savent, c'est le directeur de l'hôpital et une autre vampire qui aide les gens malades. C'est les deux seules personnes qui savent. Personne d'autre ne le sait.
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
Ouais. Il y a des malheureux partout, mais c'est pas une raison pour voler, hein.
Justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty, nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
J'ai envie de le tuer.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Une bonne fois pour toutes, épargnez le charme les yeux, mais vous démissionnez. Charmé, vous avez oublié toute cette histoire.
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Succès du verrouillé, entretien avec un vampire. Wouhou! De nouveaux citoyens peuvent être tués. Wouhou! Mission complete. Bonjour. C'est pour... Aïe 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 aïe. Enfoiré. Non. Voilà. Rends-moi du sang. Au cas où là-haut elle soit fait attaquer. Non, là-haut elle va bien. Y a aucun souci. En bas il y a des mecs qui se sont battus, qui sont morts, il y a eu des coups de feu et tout. Et elle... En mode I don't care. On fait du monde. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Le mec doublement tapé. Venez, on rentre. Aïe. Aïe. Vas-y, essaie de me tuer.
Fuck, it's fast! Oh, Christ! That's what you do.
Aïe. Bitches. Picon.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Pourquoi tu m'as balancé au mec là?
Yes?
Tell me. I do. Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Pareil. Pareil qui m'a balancé quoi. Je veux me TP, bordel de merde. Je veux me TP. Laissez-moi me TP. Laissez-moi me TP, bordel de merde. Trop demandé. Ah, merci.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Mangeons des tiras.
I have this thirst for blood. Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
En train de se faire massacrer là-bas. Ouh. 3 vampires sur la gueule. Je remets le son du live et j'entends bien fort. On joue un petit rat. Best timing ever. Tu me veux quoi toi? Aïe, putain, j'avais pas vu l'autre con. Allez, à boule de temps sans toi. Toi aussi, file-moi de ton sang. Aïe. 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 Ah putain. Fais pas chier, je bois juste son sang. Bon, tu vas arrêter... Ils vont arrêter de me saouler, de petits cons là. Mais bande de petits enfoirés de merde là. Oh. Fume-moi ton sang, enfoiré. Allez. 100%. Déchet pour déchet. Ah la déchet. Voilà. Les déchets avec moi, ça dégage. Où? Voilà. Allez, la seule pris de déchets là. C'est bon? Y'en a d'autres qui veulent se battre? Prends tous en 1 contre 1. En mode easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ouais, je venais de là. Elle est là, je suis tombé sur ces mecs à la con qui voulaient tout pour se battre. Maintenant je pourrais prendre la route. Et comme ça on pourra s'arrêter tranquillement là-dessus. J'ai même pas eu le temps de lui parler.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter, his cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, Your Ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have any information to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Mais c'est ça, je veux dire, le chevalier Marmotte, pour avoir trouvé la lettre d'un mec qui voulait se suicider et ne pas l'avoir donnée à sa mère, on s'est fait 100 shillings. Là, on s'est occupé d'un maître chanteur qui lui piquait du fric, elle nous donne que 50 shillings, elle. Hey, le vol!
You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
À quel moment on lui dit qu'on s'en fout?
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Voilà.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have
De savoir que
secrets.
son maître c'est haut de 27. Non, c'est. Ouais, la femme c'est haut de 27. Elle aura haut de 27 toute sa vie. Ça s'appellera haut de 27 toute sa vie.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a Scar?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Ouais, franchement, Dracaris, Aude a l'air plus jolie que toi. Tu sais, je dirais, hein.
Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
Ça va, Drac?
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Okay.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a
Bonne
question
question.
only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Okay.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Bon. Ben voilà. On a bien avancé sur l'histoire. Je vous propose qu'on s'arrête là pour ce soir. Dans tous les cas, je vous remercie à tous et à toutes d'avoir suivi ce petit let's play sur Vampyr. J'espère qu'il vous aura plu. On se retrouve demain, ou plutôt devrais-je dire tout à l'heure vu qu'il est déjà minuit 19, à 18h, de façon à faire du Final Fantasy X-2, pareil pour jeudi et vendredi. Pour ce qui est de mardi à 18h, faut que je vois, j'ai encore quelques petits jeux à jouer qui pourraient être sympas, à la place du D3 Become Human qu'on a fini. Mardi à 22h, dans tous les cas, vous aurez la suite de votre jeu Bloodborne. Mercredi à 18h, on fera sûrement Dead by Daylight. Mercredi à 22h, on partira sur Tales of Symphonia. Pour ce qui est du week-end prochain, samedi à 22h, vous aurez du God of War. Dimanche 16h, ça sera toujours du Neo Kuni 2. Dimanche 18h, je n'ai plus le programme en tête, mais on vous fera la suite. Désolé. Et dimanche 22h, on continuera Vampyr. Dans tous les cas, je vous remercie à tous et à toutes. Passez une bonne soirée, une bonne nuit, de bonnes vacances à ceux qui sont en vacances, et bonne semaine à ceux qui bossent demain. Allez, ciao ciao tout le monde. Et encore merci à vous. Bye bye.
Overnight, my world has changed. The gnawing hunger inside me. Every night, it must be appeased. The thing I've become. A vampire. A thing to be hunted down like an evil beast. But as a doctor, I know there's worse to come. My life has become a waking nightmare. I did not choose the thing I've become, but I can choose the lives I now take. Cursed be the choice.